My name is Julian Navarrete, and this is the third week of covering the markets for you. I'm going to continue to do so for the summer and hopefully learn a lot and hopefully teach you something. Let's start out in the United States. In the United States, Dow Jones, S&P 500, and NASDAQ closed down at an average of 0.96%. If you split them up, Dow Jones closed down 0.67%, hit the 18,000 point mark this past week, which was very exciting. We haven't seen that number in a few months actually, and I think this past Wednesday was when it occurred. Very interesting. The S&P 500 closed down at 0.92%. Energy and financial stocks were the leaders in declines, and the increases were leading by the basics. The basics were telecom and consumers. Good stuff. And today was a good day for gold. A lot of investors were investing in gold today. A lot of articles from Bloomberg Radio, Bloomberg TV were all covering gold, seeing the increases. I'm looking at the chart right now via MarketWatch, and all you see is an increase over a 5-day period. It closed up at $1,276.30, all an increase of 0.28%. Definitely try to get in there. Moving on, the German 10-year. The German 10-year, very interesting story. It was hovering around 0.011 yields, and it's never reached zero. And it's very, very close to reaching zero, so we should look out for the German 10-year. Moving on to the U.S. Treasury. The U.S. Treasury actually hit 1.627%, lowest since February. February was a tough beginning of 2016. All we remember from quarter one of 2016 is a rocky start. So, hitting that. Moving on though, the European Central Bank actually launched its corporate bond buying program this past June 8th, a couple days ago. It started off, and you just heard a bunch of stories on Bloomberg and the Wall Street Journal. They're just buying up, even coming from going for junk status bonds, which is pretty incredible. High yields in the junk status, but also very risky down there. And they're also buying investment grade too, considering Moody's rating system. But what we saw is the DAX and Stocks Europe 600 were down more than 2% on both sides. So, that could have been a huge impact on those stock markets. So definitely check out Europe. They're going to continue to buy a bunch of corporate bonds, and we'll see what they buy up. Maybe we can jump on too. A lot of talk was about the Brexit. The UK wants to leave the European Union, or some people do, some people don't. The latest poll was from the Independent. 55% of the people that took the poll wanted to leave the EU. This causes a lot of problems, especially for the auto industry, the auto manufacturing industry at that. A lot of jobs are in the auto manufacturing system, and this will be a huge problem because a lot more regulatory stringencies are going to be hit if the UK loses its position in the EU. And I had this discussion with a friend of mine over at Scotiabank, and we had this nice debate over if you can short the positions, if you can short some stocks. Most of them are private companies, so you won't really find anything to short that well. I completely believe that it's a good position to short. It fills an opportunity that you can use. You can message me to get more information on that. I just kind of want to move on and give you some more information on what happened this past week. But definitely look out for the EU referendum, the UK referendum on June 23rd. It's gonna impact a lot of markets, I believe. Some quick articles I caught up on were Pepsi changing up their diet soda recipe. I know this seems kind of simple, but this is actually pretty massive. Pepsi needs to boost their sales, and especially in diet soda. The trend has been healthy. A lot of people want to get healthy, and that's great. So definitely on the losing side is Pepsi, Coca-Cola, Sprite. All owned by most of the same companies, but still. Also, merger of major pipeline companies, Energy Transfer Equity and Williams Company. They were approved to merge together only on some conditions. One of them was that WMB's Williams Company, their 50% stake needs to be sold off to an interstate pipeline that serves Florida. Great. So look out for that merger. Not a lot of mergers and acquisitions, especially not. It's definitely not this week, but some smaller ones, some you can definitely check out. Um, Moving on to Tesla technology, auto manufacturing technology, whichever, hit hard by a lot of rumors. A lot of rumors based on their batteries, based on their call returns. They have to return some cars. Um, but a lot of executives came through and said that these are just rumors and not to worry about them. So I thought it was a nice opportunity to buy in. They were down, I can remember, around 2%. So I bought in and really try to establish myself for some growth. A few more. Legendary George Soros. Um, his nickname is the Wizard of Oz, which is great. I wish I had the honor to call him that because that's wonderful, but I would never really call him that. But legendary George Soros returns to trading. He noted opportunities due to China, Greece debt, and Brexit. Maria Sharapova, moving on to her deal with Nike. Nike is sticking alongside Maria Sharapova. She got into some trouble by juicing up a little bit before some matches, but she considers it something that was supposed to be for her health. You get caught up in the rules, and sometimes it doesn't work out. But Nike believes her story. I kind of believe her story too. Maria Sharapova, she doesn't seem like she wants to win, but I don't think she wants to win in that negative type of way. But continuing on with sports, football. Football this week. I just finished up the French game. I won't tell you the score, but they're starting up, and they just started up. We should look at the financial side of these tournaments, the Euro 2016. We should look at travel stocks, the French labor strikes, see if they cleaned up their streets before these games, and we should look at terrorism. It's tough to it's a sore subject definitely, but it can definitely, and we've seen it impact travel stocks and tourist stocks. Nike sales, definitely check out Nike sales too. To wrap it up, I thank you. Next week, definitely look out for May retail sales. June 14th, looking for a 0.3% increase, modest increase. We've seen past retail sales haven't been great, but also the FOMC rate decision on June 15th. I thank you for your time. 7 minutes, 30 seconds. I promise I'm going to cut it down because I want to give this information quick. Just stay up with the markets. Do your best. I'm going to do my best for you, and I appreciate your time. Thank you.